What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your Umbrella Corporation leader, the Umbrella Roster 97 here, and I'm back here with another live stream. You have read that title. So, in today's live stream, I will be doing a live commentary test. You heard it right here, folks. Today, I will be doing a live commentary test. So, for those who don't know, I actually set the live chat to live commentary mode. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the party started. So keep this in mind. You could say this is going to be a actual live stream that's only going to be meant for fun. So that's one thing that I do want to be addressing. So keep this in mind. You could say this is basically a live stream that I will be doing just for fun. So that's one thing that I want to say. So I'm gonna go ahead and see who is in the live chat right now. We've got AJF99. How's it going? This is what you're saying right now. First, yep, I could definitely agree where you're coming from, AJF99. So all I can really say right now is it's great to see that you are the first one in my live chat. So all I can really say right now is it's actually great to see you right now, HF99. So keep this in mind. You could say that this is going to be a live stream just for, for fun, I guess. And I'm not going to keep this live stream too long in a way. So you could say I'm just doing this just for fun in a way. I mean, usually you could say I don't really live streams on Monday, but as far as today, this is only going to be just for today, of course. And I might consider keeping this live stream for at least one day, and most likely I should be able to get rid of it. So yeah, you could say this live stream is only going to be meant for fun. So that's one thing I want to address to you, HF99. But if other people are going to be in the live chat, then you know, all I can really say right now is the choice is up to them if they actually want to be in the live chat. But keep this in mind. This is only going to be for, for fun. So you could say, as far as today, usually I would put my live chat under subscriber mode, but at the same time, this is going to be a live stream just for fun, of course. And not only that, but if you actually notice on my font color that I'm actually using, I decided to change it just temporarily. Normally, this could be considered a backup color, the color white, like my umbrella logo. But usually I like to stick with the color red, if anything. So that's one thing I want to say to you, AJ99. So yeah. But anyways, all I can really say right now is hopefully that you're actually enjoying this live stream right now. I mean, it may not be like the most, greatness, whatever you want to call it, but keep this in mind. This live stream is only going to be meant for fun in a way. And you could say there's going to be some things that I will be addressing. And, you know, come to think of it, I think most likely I'm going to have some people in the streamer panel. So only for today, I will only have some people in the streamer panel if they actually want to join or something. So keep this in mind. If people actually want to join the live stream only for today, keep this in mind. This is only going to be meant for today. I'd be happy to send the streamer link. So only for today, I'll only have some people into the streamer panel until like Thursday or something. But we're gonna have to wait and see if that will actually happen. But anyways, let me go ahead and see who is in the live chat right now. We've got Killer Cyber Slayer 99. How's it going? Okay, so I see you right now, Killer Cyber Slayer 99. So if you actually want to have a chance to join the streamer panel, I'd be happy to actually send it to you if you actually want to have a chance to join. So I think most likely I'll send it to you on Discord and Facebook Messenger if you actually want to have a chance to join. But that's entirely up to you, Killer Cyber Slayer 99. I know it's been quite a while since you've actually joined my streamer panel, but at the same time, I don't have any issue with you. So I wouldn't mind if I actually invite you into the streamer panel. So give me 1 second. So keep this in mind. I will send this to you, and it's up to you if you actually want to have a chance to join. So okay, wait, did someone send me a message just now? So let me go ahead and actually see this for myself. Okay, So far, let me go ahead and actually send the streamer link. Okay, so let me just take a quick look at this really quick. Okay, let me go ahead and send this to him if he actually wants to join or something. Okay, I just send it and I'll send it to both of them. There we go. So all I can really say right now, Killer Cyber Slayer, is I believe I sent the streamer link to you, and if you want to have a chance to join and just have a civil combo with me, then by all means go for it because I know usually I don't really live stream on Mondays for obvious reasons because normally I like to you could say do my own thing for Mondays and Fridays, but usually I like to live streams on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and to some certain extent on Sunday. But keep this in mind, only for today, I'm only gonna do a only this one time on Streamyard. Just keep this in mind. Yep. But keep this in mind, if some people actually want to have a chance to join, then that's up to them, of course. Yep. So that's one thing I want to say, but let me go ahead and see if there's gonna be, some other things in the live chat. So just give me 1 second and I will have a chance to actually check some more things really quick. Alrighty then. So just give me 1 second to make sure if I'm receiving some type of DM. Okay, so far I'm not really receiving anything, but I could have sworn I just sent it to him through the private DM. And also, Killer Cyber Slayer, if by any chance, if you're still in the live chat, all I can really say right now is we should definitely see if we can actually catch up with each other once in a while because, I'm actually cool with you. And I believe I'm still in your Discord group and stuff like that. So, you don't have to hesitate to actually reach out to me because, I've always been cool with you. So that's actually one thing I want to say to you, Killer Cyber Slayers. But if you actually want to have a chance to talk with me behind the scenes, keep this in mind. I'm usually available. You can always reach out to me on either Facebook, Discord, and Instagram. So just to give you a heads up on that, Killer Cyber Slayer 99. Yep. But all I can really say right now is hopefully I will have some interesting live streams, but only as far as today. This is only going to be just a live stream just for fun. So that's one thing I do want to point out. So most likely is gonna it'll only just be like for a bit or so. Yep. Anyways, let me see if I'm actually receiving a DM. Okay, so far I'm not really seeing anything at the moment. All right then. But there's actually another thing that I do want to address really quick to Killer Cybersphere 99. I'm gonna see if I can at least try to join your streamer panels once in a while because it has been quite a while since you've actually done a streamer panel. But that's entirely up to you if you actually want to have a chance to do that, of course. Yep. But all I can really say right now is this live stream is definitely gonna be just for fun and stuff like that. So yeah. And also I will be, able to customize my live commentary mode, but not right now though. So I think mostly I will be able to actually customize live commentary mode, but once I'm actually done with this actual live stream and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say. So keep this in mind. Most likely, I should be able to have this live stream for at least one day, and then after this, I'm gonna go ahead and just end this. So yeah, that's one thing I do want to say. But hopefully that there will be some interesting people. I mean, I have some people in the live chat that may not be cool with each other, but at the same time, I'm not gonna really get myself involved in that, if anything. But if Killer Cyber 99 is if he's actually busy right now, then that's totally up to him. But at the same time, I want to see if I can actually try to keep up with them since I have no issue with them. But anyways, let me see what HF99 is saying right now. I've been jamming to some Drake music. Okay, HF99. Well, one thing I want to say to you about that is, you are entitled to your own opinion when it comes to Drake. But if you actually still want to listen to his music, then that's perfectly fine. Kudos to you in a way. But at the same time, you should know what actually happened. That the rapper Kendrick Lamar literally destroyed the absolute living fuck out of him. And not only that, but there's no coming back from this because of what you know, Drake did. But thankfully, Kendrick Lamar actually stepped up and actually dissed him like really badly. And you could say Drake could have at least come up with a way to actually diss him back, but oh well. All I can really say right now is the damage has been done at this point. Like it honestly has. So all I can really say right now is there is literally no coming back from this whatsoever. Yep. But anyways, so far I'm only seeing two people as of right now, so hopefully that there will be some more people. But all I can really say right now is this is so this is one thing I want to say. This is only gonna be for fun. Wait, is someone sending me a DM right now? Give me 1 second. Okay, never mind. It's just from a random group chat. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Okay. But anyways, if some people have some comments, go ahead and put them in the live chat. So all I can really say right now, only for today, I will have some people into the streamer panel. So that's actually one thing that I do want to point out, if anything. So let me go ahead and see if some people are actually going to be knowing about this actual live stream. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, let them know that I'm actually live right now. So that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to do. So give me 1 second. I will let them know as of right now. Okay. Yep. But anyways, I don't think there's not really anything to address. This isn't like usually like a serious stream and whatnot, but you could say this is more of a testing stream, if anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait and see if there will be some people in the live chat, and I'd be happy to send them the streamer link, no problem. And most likely this is gonna be just for just for like a bit or so, possibly about like in an hour or so. Yep. So, anyways, all I can really say right now is so far this, live stream has been going like okay so far. It's been like quiet so far, but if some people are actually busy like on a Monday, then that's perfectly fine, of course. Yep. Okay, so let me see if I'm receiving anything any DMs right now to make sure if they're watching. Okay, so far nothing. But anyways, let me go ahead and see who is currently in live chat right now. AJ, what's up, man? Okay, so one thing I want to say right here, right now, is it's great to see you right now, Jay Margero. So if you actually want to have a chance to join the streamer panel, you're more than welcome to do so. But keep this in mind, this is going to be, more of a test stream in a way. So I'm gonna go ahead and send you the link privately, and if you want to have a chance to join, that's entirely up to you, of course. But if you are unable to join, then that is completely understandable in a way. But I just figured, that I would actually try out live commentary tests. So keep this in mind. This is just for fun, and most likely I will keep this live stream for about like 1 day, and then after this, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it, if anything. Yep. But anyways, let me go ahead and see who is in the live chat right now. Give me 1 second, really quick. We've got Olivia Rodrigo fan, aka Livy fan. How's it going? I see you right now, Livy, and it's good to see you right now. I mean, I don't expect a lot of people to be in a live chat, but keep this in mind. This is more or less just a live commentary list, so just for fun in a way. So all I can really say right now is only for today. I will have some people into the streamer panel, if anything. So it'll be just as one time. So yeah. So anyways, give me 1 second. Is it just me or is Jay Margera trying to be funny in the live chat? I mean, I just like it. What I meant to say, I just love it when Jay Margera, tries to be funny, or matter of fact, he is funny. Yeah, he's actually being funny in my live chat. So let me go in and see what he's actually saying right now in the live chat. Okay, give me 1 second to make sure what he's actually saying right now. About to go buck naked like Eric Melendez on the live stream. Just kidding. All I can really say right now, Jay Margera, is I knew you were just gonna be joking because, well, what can I say? This is one of the main reasons why I got respect for you because all around you're just a funny person to be around. So that's one thing that I want to say to you. But regardless, I mean, if you actually want to have a chance to join, then the link is there. I just sent it to you, but it's up to you if you actually want to join. But if you are currently busy right now, then that's perfectly understandable in a way. But at the same time, it has been quite a while since I've actually joined your live stream. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I actually join your live streams, but Usually, I would be free on Mondays and Fridays, of course, because those days I don't usually live stream, but just to give you a heads up on that. But anyways, let me see what Jay Margera is saying right now. Eating curry. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for giving me a heads up on that. That you actually are enjoying curry, by the way. Yep. Okay, so let me go ahead and see if there's gonna be some more comments really quick because I've actually, have some new people in live commentary list, but I will be, giving a little bit of an upgrade since certain people are not in live commentary list. But not to worry, I will be able to fix that. And in the meantime, I have to add some people in live commentary list because here's one thing. I managed to add Jack in live commentary list, but for some strange reason, I haven't got a chance to add Saya. Like it's just really bizarre on my part, but one way or another, I will be able to fix that. I'm not quite sure when, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be easy, but one way or another, I will be able to fix it. Okay, so let me go ahead and see who is in the live chat right now. We've got BKTV official. How's it going? Okay, this is what you're saying right now. How did you rate the profile picture? One thing I want to say to you is I actually think it's actually good. I mean, whoever thought that you are a art designer, if I actually got that correctly, or some type of artist, but I never expected you to actually make, some good profile pictures. That includes me. Let's see who else that you made profile pictures to. Oh yes, the Flamehead 97, and I believe one more person. It is Jackal Gold Kick. So all I can really say right now is I have to give props to you that you actually do know how to make actual art design. So in a way, you're an artist in a way. Okay, so let me see what BKTV official is saying right now. I do draw. Oh, okay then. Well, that's actually good to hear that you actually know how to draw there, BKTV. I think most likely I'm just gonna call you BK, if anything, just for short. But all I can really say right now is, I think I would be able to talk about the topic for another time. I mean, BK, I usually would address it right now, but keep this in mind. This live stream is not gonna be around, you know, it's only gonna be just for one day, and then after this, I'm gonna get rid of it. But I will be addressing this on an actual live stream. But just keep this in mind. This is only gonna be an actual test stream in a way. So not an actual real live stream, but you could say this is more or less just a sort of a open forum slash chill stream, but on a break in a way. If that makes any sense to you, BK. But regardless, I do appreciate that you actually made that. Okay, let me see what he's saying right now. Oh, okay. All right then. But all I can really say right now is I have to give props to you for actually, making that profile picture for me, if anything. Yep. Anyways, let me go ahead and save these comments really quick. So just give me 1 second, really quick. All right then. So that's one thing that I'm gonna go ahead and actually be doing. Okay then. So let me go ahead and see if there's gonna be some even more people in the live chat really quick because I haven't got a chance to actually update my live commentary, lists, but I will get to that, but right after this live stream because, I just figured that I could have some type of backup plan when it comes to live commentary lists because, you know, subscriber mode is good and everything, but it's not gonna really hold off like any trolls or whatever. So in a way, live commentary is slightly better to a certain extent. But anyways, let me see who is currently in the live chat right now. Hey Leon, what's up, man? It's good to see you right now. Which, by the way, one thing I want to say to you, Leon, is I think this is your actual profile picture. I'm not quite sure if you actually updated it or anything. But all I can really say to you, Leon, is hopefully that you're actually doing good, especially with your, ongoing series, which I believe is called A Pep and Lilith. I haven't got to watch it, but I will look forward to it, and I really hope it's actually worth watching, if anything. But all I can really say right now, Leon, is since you're actually here, if you actually want to have a chance to join the streamer panel, then that is entirely up to you, of course. But yeah, I'm not sure, but I'd be happy to send the streamer link if you actually want me to. But keep us in mind, Leon. This live stream is not gonna be on like permanently. I will keep this for 1 day, and then tomorrow I will actually go back to actual live chat. So yeah. Anyways, let me go ahead and see if I'm receiving a DM, but I want to make sure if Leon actually wants to have a chance to join. But if he actually wants to talk behind the scenes, then that's entirely up to him, of course. But this is just gonna be just a live stream just for fun, of course. So yeah, I've already sent the link out to certain people, of course. So yeah, but I'm not quite sure if they actually want to have a chance to join. Yep. Wait, hold on a second. I think someone's actually trying to give me a call really quick. So I think most likely I'm gonna go ahead and see if this person's trying to call me. So most likely I will have to check it to see who this person is calling me. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and check to see who's actually calling me. As of right now. So I'll be right back. So I should be able to be back in about in about like a minute or five. So yeah. Well, anyways, I have to take this call. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I do apologize for that 5-minute delay, but regardless, I'm already back. So thankfully, I've already took care of that certain phone call from a family relative of mine. But anyways, let me go ahead and get back to the really quick. So all I can really say right now is I do apologize for that 5-minute call that I did have, but I'm gonna go ahead and see if there's gonna be some people in the live chat just to make sure really quick. So, anyways, if some people actually want to express themselves, and by all means, go for it. But if some people actually want to have a chance to join the, my streamer panel, then go for it. Just, hit me up through the DMs, and I'd be happy to invite you people, some of you people into the streamer panel. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait and see if some people will have the chance to actually do that. But if not, then I guess you could say this will be just another solo stream, but it'll be mostly just myself in a way. Yep. But anyways, I have the streamer link up and ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure there will be some people in live chat. But if not, I can't really say anything about that. Yep. But going forward, all I can really say right now, especially to you, really quick, BK, you could say I did make a community post, giving you props and stuff like that. But I think more or less I will be able to leave a comment. I haven't got a chance to make a comment, but I will have the chance to actually do that because I just never thought that you would actually make that for me. Like an actual profile picture that's meant for me. So let me just take a quick look really quick about the profile picture. Like that's actually pretty cool. I'm not quite sure about if I actually want to show it, but I think probably I'll consider using that for the future in a way. So yeah. Anyways, we just reached the 30-minute mark, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this live stream for another 30 more minutes, and after that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream around. Let me see really quick. Okay, the 1 hour mark. Yep. So keep this in mind. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream around the 1 hour mark during that time. So if some people actually want to have a chance to join, then by all means, just all I can really say right now is just hit me up through the DMs, and I'll be happy to invite you. No problem. Yep. Okay, so I will get to your comments in just a second, really quick. BK, I know I just sent the streamer link to some people, but I just want to be sure if they actually want to have a chance to join. But if they don't want to join, then I can't really say anything about that. Yep. So yeah, that's actually one thing I want to say. And oh boy, here we go. I think there's actually one thing that I do have to go check out. So I think more or less I have to go check this. So I'll be right back once again. All right, I'm back, and I do apologize for that 10-minute delay. I had to go and, get some water gallons. So I'm not gonna address, the full details, but let's just say, like some water gallons were delivered, and I had to put them in my place. But anyways, let me go ahead and see if there's gonna be some comments really quick in the live chat. So all I can really say right now is this: most likely, I will be able to keep this live stream for, you could say, for at least one day, and then tomorrow I will actually go back to actual live stream. And not only that, but I'm also going to be getting back to the font color red. As of right now, I'm using white as like a sort of like a backup color in a way. But normally, I don't like to use white in a way, but I like to use red because it matches my logo, obviously. So that's actually one thing I want to say. But regardless, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream in just a bit because there's not really much for me to say, if anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what BKTV is saying right now. I use Media AI to create pictures. This is what y'all said. You should try it yourself. And finally, this is what you said. You should generate whichever picture you want. Okay, then. Well, that does seem like a good idea, BKTV official, what you're actually saying right now. But all I can really say right now is I'm not too familiar about Media AI, if I got that correctly. All I can really say right now to you, BK, is I'm not quite sure how you're able to, actually do that. But regardless, if you can actually show it to me, then that would be cool. I'm not quite sure if you have social media, but you're more than welcome to actually reach out to me on Facebook, Discord, and finally Instagram. Because usually I like to stick with those three social media platforms, if anything. Like I would try out these newer ones such as Threads and Blue Sky, but if I'm gonna be honest, I don't know too much about those social media platforms. I guess you could say that Instagram owns Threads or whatever. And as far as Blue Sky, I'm not gonna say it's like a ripoff of X/Twitter, but at the same time, it's trying to get an inspiration from Twitter. I don't even know. But you could say that both of these social media platforms are like similar, but they're completely different. Well, one slight difference. I'm not trying to, address this, politics in a way. So that's one thing that I want to say. Okay, so let me see what you're actually saying right now, BK. Let me see if I can actually find your comment. Okay, this way, see right now. It's on Messenger. Oh, okay then. Well, thanks for giving me a heads up on that it's on Messenger. But BK, if you actually want to have a chance to, have a civil talk with me, I'd be down for that. Matter of fact, I can go ahead and actually give you my Facebook Messenger if you actually want to just talk over there. Give me one second. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can actually give it to you. So keep this in mind. I will give this to BKTV official if I can go ahead and actually find my Facebook profile, and I will be able to put it in the live chat. But it's only gonna be for BKTV official only. So give me one second, and I will be able to provide it to BK. Here. Okay, give me one second. There's something that I do have to check up on. All right then. Okay, so I have to just take a minute really quick, so I'll be right back in 1 minute. Okay, I'm finally back. So thankfully that took only about a minute. I just had to go and put my wagon away. So I will get to this comment in just a second, but let me go ahead and actually provide this to you really quick, BK. So if you ever want to have a chance to have a civil combo with me through there, then I'd be down for that. So that's one thing I want to say. I mean, I could try to find you on Facebook, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to have the chance to do that. So yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this in just a bit, really quick. So yeah. So give me one second, and I will have the chance to actually do that. Okay. So just give me one second, really quick, and I will get to these comments, and then I will get to this new one. So let me go ahead and actually see who's gonna be in the live chat really quick. Okay. So just give me one second, really quick. Okay. So I will get to this new comment. Let me see who's here right now. We've got Sonia, the scene girl. How's it going? Okay. So give me one second. Let me go ahead and see what. Oh wait, you actually tried to reach out to me on Instagram. Give me one second, really quick. Let me go ahead if that was the case, really quick. Okay, so just give me one second, really quick, just to confirm, really quick. Okay, so I'm actually taking a look, and so far I'm not really seeing all that much, if I'm being honest. So, okay, so far I'm not really seeing anything right now, but I will have a chance to actually give this to you really quick, BK. So just give me one second, really quick. So you could just send me a friend request through there, and when it comes to Instagram, I'll have to make sure if I didn't accidentally unblock you and whatnot. So yeah. Anyways, let me see what you're saying right now. I tried to follow you on Instagram. Okay. So whenever you get the chance, BK, it's actually right there. So just go ahead and make sure if you can actually send me like a friend request, and I'll be happy to actually check it out and whatnot. Yep. So I'm gonna go and wait and see if I can wait for your friend request. So make sure you click that link, and I'll be happy to actually have a chance to actually look for you. Okay. So, anyways, okay, wait, is this what I think it is? Oh, okay, then I believe I found you. So this should be able to do the trick. So, okay, there you go. Yep. And as an added bonus, let me go ahead and get rid of this link really quick. Okay. Okay, there you go. That should be able to do that. But anyway, let me go ahead and see who is in the live chat right now. We've got my boy Spirit 21 is in the house. Spirit dude, Spirit dude, Spirit dude. Anyways, it's great to see you right now, Spirit dude. All I can really say right now is hopefully that you are doing well for yourself. And this is actually one thing that I'm actually noticing right now. And Spirit dude, since you're actually here in the live chat, you could say that I'm just really surprised. It's like I know the other day that we've actually talked that you're about to reach up to 4,000 subscribers, but I gotta be honest with you, Spirit dude. I believe you have reached that goal already. So I'm not even lying. So I'm actually taking a look at your channel right now. So this is actually one thing that I want to say to you, Spirit Dude. So since you're in the live chat, so I believe you're already at 4,000 subscribers. So congratulations, Spirit Dude. You could say that you're right up there with the one and only TD Venom. So congratulations, man. You've actually earned that much subscribers. So this actually really good news for me to hear that you've actually reached that goal because all of the hard work and dedication that you've actually put into your own YouTube channel. So all I can really say right now is myself and other people have actually enjoyed your content. So if you actually want to say your piece in live chat, you're more than welcome to do so, Spiritu, because this is actually just fantastic news that you've actually reached that goal. And hopefully you'll have even more subscribers in a way. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. And one thing I have been noticing is if you have been like super busy with your own personal life, I can fully understand and stuff like that. Okay, so I will get to your comment in just a second, really quick, but I'm not quite sure BK is still in live chat, but I will be providing the Instagram account. Okay, this is what Spirit 21 is saying right now. I've been doing good, man, and thanks. 100%. Okay, then. Well, that's actually great to hear. So, anyways, one thing I want to say to you, BK, is there is my Instagram. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if hopefully I didn't block you because I normally don't like to do that. Like, if there's some like random trolls who are literally gonna bother my Instagram, then I just block and ignore. That's what I usually do. I'm not gonna say too much about Instagram, but keep this in mind, I don't really like to be active on Instagram because I got nothing against Instagram, but you could say it's just a bit boring from my end. So that's actually one thing I want to say. But all I can really say right now, BK, is hopefully that you have my Instagram. So hopefully you were able to actually check it out in a way. But if not, then I can't really say anything about that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure if I didn't block you. So according to my end, I don't think I have you blocked right now. But anyways, try to give it a try really quick. Unless of course if you have me blocked from your end, BK. So yeah. But all I can really say right now, this is actually one thing I want to say to you, Speardo, since you have reached 4,000 subscribers. You know, it's up to you if you actually want to be making some type of 4,000K special if you actually want to, but the choice up to you. I feel like we should talk more about this behind the scenes in a way. I would talk about it right now, but in my own personal opinion, we should talk more about it behind the scenes if you actually are down for that in a way. I mean, whoever thought that you were able to actually reach that goal? I mean, I'm pretty certain that TD Venom is already at 4,000 subscribers, and I'm pretty certain he'll reach up to 5,000 subscribers at least. And yeah, that's one thing I want to say when it comes to UNTD Venom. And when it comes to the final leader, and I will be saying his name, when it comes to Jackal Gold Kick, it would be cool if he was at 4,000 subscribers, but unfortunately, he's about to reach up to 2,000 subscribers. So, yep. But hopefully for Jackal, he can actually put more hard work and effort into his videos in a way because I know he's like 2,000 subscribers behind, but hopefully he'll be able to actually reach that goal. Because I know for a fact that Jackal he's one of the leaders in our community. Yep. But all we can really do right now is wait and see if he will be able to actually reach that goal. So yeah, but one thing I want to say, especially to BKTV official, if if this individual is unable to actually be in the live chat, we can actually talk privately behind the scenes in a way. So it's up to BKTV official if Wait, give me one second. Oh, okay. So I should be able to have him on Facebook Messenger. Okay. But going forward, let me go ahead and see what Spirit 21 is going to be saying right now in the live chat. So give me one second to make sure what he's saying right now. Right. I know what you mean, bro. Exactly, Spirit Dude. Exactly, man. By the way, since I actually said that, I'm pretty certain, Spirit Dude, that you're going to be seeing the other catchphrase. Exactly, Umbrella. Exactly, man. Which, by the way, it's just so funny how we just like to say that to each other, Take me, for example. I like to stick with exactly, Spirit Dude, exactly, man. While you, on the other hand, Spirit Dude, you just like to say exactly, Umbrella, exactly, man. And by the way, if I actually seen you actually say that in my live chat, I am going to be laughing my ass off because that's just how funny the catchphrase is. So that's one thing I want to say because these catchphrases that we actually use, they're actually funny. All I can really say right now is they're actually funny. So, and if you actually have the chance to say that in my live chat, I am gonna be laughing my ass off. So let me see what you're actually saying right now, Spear Dude. Okay, let me see. Exactly, Umbrella. Exactly, man. Oh my god. All I can really say right now, especially to you, Spear Dude, is that type of catchphrase that you like to use, especially to me, is it never gets old at this point. It honestly doesn't. Because what can I say? It's like I get that one time, what's his name? He used to use that catchphrase, but over time, I like to use that catchphrase. Not only that, but people in our community just like to use that catchphrase in general, if I'm not gonna lie. Yep. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and see if there's gonna be any final comments because I will be ending this live stream in a bit or so. And Spear Dude, if you actually want to talk behind the scenes, we can actually have a chance to do that. And before I actually end this live stream, one way or another, I'm still trying my very hardest to make sure if I can help you access StreamYard because it would be awesome. I said it once and I will say it again. I could join StreamYard. J Dog can join StreamYard. The Flame 97 can join StreamYard. Jackal Gold Kid can join StreamYard. And finally, TD Venom can join StreamYard. So, in my own personal opinion, we just need our final leader to actually join StreamYard in a way. So, keep this in mind if this is going to be happening. Most likely, Spirit 21 will be joining my StreamYard panels along with the Flame 97, J Dog, and to some certain extent, Jackal Gold Kid. But when it comes to Jackal, I'm not quite sure if he is going to be doing StreamYard again. That's totally up to him. I can't really, force Jackal, but that's up to Jackal himself if he actually wants to do that. Yep. And who knows? Maybe eventually, especially to you, Spirit, maybe you can even start your own StreamYard panel. But that's entirely up to you if you actually want to do that. I mean, I could definitely teach you, and I'm pretty certain some people will be tuning in to, your live stream, but if you want to have a chance to do that. But Spirit, if live streams are actually a bit too difficult for you, then I would just recommend sticking with videos because I know for a fact that for me personally, I like to stick with live streams in a way than actual videos. So that's my whole opinion on it. But regardless, more or less, I will be talking with you behind the scenes on Facebook Messenger about this in a way. So all I can really say right now is we will be talking about this whole 4,000K subscribers and whatnot to make sure who do you want to include in your video in a way. Oh, not only that, this is one thing I do want to say to you, Spirit Dude, is you could say in about like in a few days or so, like this upcoming Thursday, Sonny the Synchro's birthday will be coming, and I'm gonna see if I can actually do my very best to make sure if I can actually set up a birthday, streamer panel for her, an actual live stream for her. But if I actually can't do that for Sonia, then I can't really do anything about that. But we're gonna have to go ahead and wait and see if that actually will happen or not. Yep. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and see if there's gonna be any final comments really quick. So if people have any final comments, I just want to be sure if there's gonna be anything. Yep. But all I can really say right now, especially to you, Spirit Dude, is I will be able to keep this live stream for about one day. But Spirit Dude, keep this in mind. I will have actual live streams for tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday and Saturday. So keep this in mind, Spirit Dude. As far as today, this will be only an actual testing stream in a way. So this live stream will be up and running for about one day, and after this, I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay. So let me go ahead and see what Spirit 21 is saying right now. All right. Sounds good, man. Okay, then. So all I can really say right now is I actually had fun with this test live stream, whatever you want to call it. So all I can really say right now is I actually had a good time. So keep this in mind. This live stream was only just for a sort of a test drive in a way, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, all I can really say right now is so far I actually had fun with this live stream and whatnot. So that's one thing I want to say. So hopefully some of you people have actually enjoyed this live stream that I was doing for today. But keep this in mind, this was more or less just, an actual test stream. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream because I've already said what I had to say. But anyways, thank you for watching this dope live stream that I was currently doing now. So give this live stream a thumbs up and I will see you in the next upcoming live stream. Bye everyone.